Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at Bitcoin, but we're also going to mainly focus on Algorand. So just a brief overview of Bitcoin, what's going on here. So we had a nice big clean breakout the other day, and coming down, I suppose, to either retest this level here, which was resistance of this ascending triangle, retest that as perhaps a support, which is a perfectly normal and natural thing to do. That would be coming in at around $60,000 flat, where we would likely launch from, and then shortly after that, I would imagine an actual break of this entire range, leading us up to new all-time highs, up at $60,000, maybe possibly even to $70,000. Now, as far as the moving averages are concerned, we are all above all of that. I mean, it's clearly looking very bullish at this point, and and what we're doing at this moment is probably just a retest of these zones. Now, if we go down here and have a look, I mean, these aren't anything particularly strong, I have to say. It doesn't look particularly strong, and it could offer a deeper pullback to perhaps maybe even 59, which is where the center of that Bollinger Band is lying at the moment. But again, I'm not particularly concerned or worried. Now, this is the thing that would worry me the most if we were to hit this 3 times. This is the ultimate bearish divergence, in my opinion, taking place on the weekly RSI there for Bitcoin, and the money flow index is trickling down, which again is we had a bit of a fix on this from quite a long time now. Basically a trend line that's popping, and now we're coming quite close to actually touching that again, which in my opinion, if this holds and bounces, then this is where we launch from, probably bringing us up to our next local top, where we'd probably put in a significant top, I would imagine. If we break down from there early though, perhaps we could be talking about not a failed cycle, but maybe this could have been the actual top and we're failing to get above it, and maybe that's that. I think there's a bit more to it though. So before we look at Algorand, I mean, we'll just have a look at the Bitcoin dominance, which is breaking down even further. I mean, yesterday was a great day for altcoins, and this last Coinbase business, you know, the Coinbase listing on New York Stock Exchange, was definitely a buy the rumor, sell the news, and buy the blood. Everything was going up yesterday. Crazy gains yesterday, and a bit of a DeFi season as well by the looks of things. So that's lending itself to a breakdown even further of the Bitcoin dominance chart, coming down to actually pretty much just popping around, you know, on the top of this trend line here, which again is a very long standing area of support, one which I would feel a little extra concerned about. This is going back to August 2018, right? This is when, I mean, I don't know how long you guys have been around for, but 2018 was a bit of a sad year for cryptocurrency as a whole, and it was neither here nor there. Now, if we do break down from here, obviously that is going to be epic. We've been saying that every time we take another leg down, and we've been scaling into alts and being in alts from all the way back up here, so we've had a really good time of it. But I said it before, and I'll always say it, the further we go down on Bitcoin dominance, testing these supports like this one now, the more vulnerable altcoins are for a potential reversal in this chart, especially the smaller cap coins. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to happen. It's just, for me, it's all about trading in the most, it's about limiting risk and exposure, and I would not be surprised, let's put it like that, to see a bounce from this level. Not saying that we're going to get one. Alts still look particularly strong, but if we did get a bounce from here, then alts might get wrecked. It's a 50-50 chance, you know, altcoin wreckage to altcoin pumpage. If we break down from here, altcoins will pump probably more than they would get wrecked, so I'm willing to stay 50-50 hedge in Bitcoin and altcoins at this level. To be honest with you, I really am undecided. I mean, this has been a bearish chart for a long time now, and it continues to be a bearish chart. If we just have a quick look at the itchy cloud, it's just diverging more and more and more, faster and faster and faster, getting rejected on this baseline the entire time. So absolute carnage for Bitcoin dominance. So there is a very strong chance that we do break down from here as well, but that's not without getting a bounce or two on the first pass. You know, it is, you know, as far as this dominance chart is concerned, it is one of the historically more relevant areas of support. So yeah, stay hedged, I would say, 50-50. So let's quickly look at Algorand just very briefly, and then we'll call it a day. So, algo's in this uptrend of support resistance within this pitchfork tool. So we're getting support and getting rejection all within the blue zone, which is fine. And I've said this on my live stream, and we're doing a live stream tonight for Patreon users, £7.50 a month. You get access to 2 live streams a week, 16 hours a month. So this is basically be one of the best altcoins out there, I would say, even though it's not proven to be launching massively every single day. If we think about the bottom level of support to the top of it here, it might not feel like it, but it's done 91%. But it's done it slow and steady, bit by bit, every single day. This is an accumulation zone that's accumulating in an uptrend. You don't really get those sort of things very often. So even though probably a lot of people have thought this has been terrible, I'm watching all these altcoins, they're doing 25% a day, blah 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 blah, they fail to recognize that actually underneath your nose Algorand has actually crept up by 91% secretly without anybody recognizing it, in a slow and steady fashion, and is continuing to hold this uptrend, which isn't technically a breakout at all. It's done 91%, but it's in a consolidation. Normally when you see a big breakdown like this, you see a consolidation down. Not in this case. This is an accumulation up, only emphasized by the way that this MACD looks, and the money flow index looks, and the RSI looks. Absolutely nothing to worry about all of this. So this does lend itself to the concept that there will be a breakout of here one day, and depending on when that happens, we're just going to be moving up slowly and slowly within this channel. Now, it doesn't mean it'll hold here forever, obviously. There's no crystal ball to tell us that it's going to definitely break out. If we did break down, it would be easy to recognize that, because it would be a breakdown below the this the blue zone of this pitchfork here. But to be honest, we're above all major moving averages. We are going from strength to strength. We have been held above the 10 exponential now for over a couple of weeks, more or less. It's looking pretty good. And if we go to the weekly, if there's any telltale signs on the weekly, we've had this conversion baseline cross all the way from back down here. So the weekly actually looks very good and strong for a continuation over a longer period of time anyway. This chart, in my opinion, is definitely going to reverse. We've got our top candle body all the way up here at $3.41. That's more than a double where we are right now. So very confident in this chart overall. And to be honest, when you look at it on the weekly here, I mean, we have just recently, last week, put in a new candle body top as far as the candle bodies are concerned, so that it is stronger than people probably recognize, because it's, like I say, it's not done those huge moves that people have become accustomed to. Rather than that, it's done a slow and steady move up in a slow and steady accumulation phase in an uptrend, which is great. Like I say, 91% from the bottom to the top. And we probably didn't even feel like it's done anything. It feels like it's just gone static, but actually it's really good. So I'm pretty heavy on this one. I like the way it's looking. I like the way it's going. We just have to keep an eye on Bitcoin at the moment, hoping that we do stay above that $60,000 zone, because obviously a breakdown below $60,000 could be pretty catastrophic for everything as a whole, especially when Bitcoin dominance is down at these lows. If we do get a significant bounce from here, then imagine that altcoins would probably feel a bit beaten up. Anyway, I'll leave it with you there. Hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you on the live stream tonight. Take it easy.